Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Thursday, the 8th of November, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, on my channel over the years, I've been keeping my careful eye on North Korean military capability. The many shows on them over a period of years, keeping my eye on what they can do and what their potential is. And we're going to get right in there. We're going to discuss this. Everybody's eyes are on Russia right now and the war that's going on in Ukraine. People think when they think of military powers, they always think of the big three: China's nuclear capability, Russia's nuclear capability, and the United States' nuclear capability. But they're not the only countries that have nuclear weapons. Now, there are other countries like United Kingdom and France, and a lot of countries have nuclear weapons. Israel has nuclear weapons. But why we're focusing on North Korea today is because North Korea is launching a lot of missiles, and they're making a lot of moves that could be very offensive moves in the theater of in around South Korea and stuff, and so we're going to take a look at what's going on with North Korea, and then we're going to get in. We're going to do the market. So let's get started. Let's turn the charts on. Give me a second. Let's turn the charts on right here and take a look at what's going on. North Korea has been conducting a record number of missile tests in a practice to attack the South Korea, and also to attack the United States. They have, it says they landed near 50 miles from South Korean coast in the city of Ulsan. These record number of missile launches within a 24-hour time frame last Wednesday. North Korea. So North Korea is getting very aggressive here. And let's take a look. Now, I want you to see this article. And this is not a new article. This article's old. This article is from the 3rd of September 2017. So we're looking at an article that's over 5 years old. So this is 5 years ago, and this is an article I went over in my show when it was new, back 5 years ago. I did shows about this, and I showed the pictures here of everything. Now, there's two different types of atomic weapons out there. There's atomic bombs, which is what they first invented. They're not considered thermonuclear, the atomic bombs. They are a fission bomb, atomic bomb. Now we're talking about H-bombs, or a thermonuclear bomb was a big move up from the atomic weapons in power and in yield. And what the Koreans have developed, and they had this developed 5 years ago, because this article's from 5 years ago, and what you're looking at in this picture right here is Kim Jong-un standing next to a thermonuclear weapon. And what I want you to note is how small it is. This is unbelievably small. This could almost fit in the trunk of a car. It's a thermonuclear weapon. It's a hydrogen bomb. Look, there's another picture of it. It's radically small. It could actually fit in the back seat of a passenger car. That's how small it is. Small and lightweight. And they went into production of these. And the North Koreans are very smart, intelligent people, and they're hard workers. They've got factories building these things for the last 5 years. Gosh only knows how many of them they could have made. Quite literally, over the past 5 years of these small nuclear weapons. Now, how did they deliver them? We're going to take a look right here. North Korea unveils a monster new ICBM. This is so they got a very small warhead, a thermonuclear warhead that's extremely small, and they've got a monster big ICBM. Here's pictures of it in the Pyongyang parade. And these pictures are from a few years ago, several years ago. I'll give you the exact date on here. This was from 2020, these pictures. So a couple years ago, in their parade, and we see at least 5 of these ICBMs. Now, these ICBMs can fly halfway around the world. They sit on the back of a truck. They can hide them in the woods. They can throw a tarpaulin over them, or a canvas that is like, not a canvas, but a tarp that is like camouflaged. They can hide them in the woods. They can move them down the highway from one position to another to launch them. They can go halfway around the world, and they can carry somewhat in what's called a MIRV, or a multiple reentry vehicle. They can carry probably, I'm just going to guess, probably at 6 or so, maybe even 10 of those small thermonuclear weapons in one of these ICBMs. What happens is it flies halfway around the world, and then as it's re-entering Earth's atmosphere, the head, that warhead, that big warhead, separates, and a whole bunch of those small thermonuclear weapons go off in different directions toward different cities. So one of these ICBMs you're looking at right here could carry maybe 6, I'm just saying 6, maybe 10 even, in what's called a MIRV, or a multiple reentry vehicle, and go off in different directions and take out like 6 cities. So you're looking at 5 of these, and this was 2 years ago. They could be producing as many as 1 of these every month, or maybe even 2 of these every month, new ones. So they could have a lot more. They could have doubled or even tripled the number that we're seeing here in the parade, easily. And maybe in the parade they're only showing half of what they have. So what I'm talking about is, do not underestimate North Korea's capability in a surprise attack to wipe out a continent. So you're expecting the missiles to come from one direction, possibly Russia. Everybody's worried about Russia right now. North Korea is over on the other side over there, fuming, mad. And don't underestimate North Korea's capability. It could be that they are becoming a very powerful nuclear nation right under our nose, and it's happening in real time, and it's just like you don't see it coming, sort of a deal, you know. Anyway, let's get on and take a look at the silver price today. And you know, just in the last few minutes, it started to shoot for the moon. We're looking at 21.30 right now. It's up 50 cents on the day, but just look at that green arrow to the sky. I like to see that, you know. And silver has been underpriced and underloved for so long, and I've been telling you guys, get your silver and get it fast while you still can, the physical metal. Take a look here at gold. Gold's going straight up too right now. It's up $20.40 at $16.95. Hooray! You know, I mean, but I temper this reaction of hooray, because for so long it'll go up, it'll shoot up, and then they'll smash it back down again. So I'm just like, wait and see what happens. But this does look good. I must say, it does look good. Cryptocurrency today, and it's not faring so well right now. We've seen a price drop in Bitcoin right now. It's at 19,480. And it's down 5.97%. And Ethereum's down even more. It's down over 8% today at 1,448. So cryptocurrency's not faring so well right now. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let me refresh the page. It's up 193 points at 33,020. Now, what I want to point out to you guys is you've all heard of a bear market rally. And in fact, we did have a bear market rally right here. And it went up to 33,706. And then it fell again. Now, we're reaching the peak of what this thing can. I mean, we were nearly at the peak when it was 33,706. We were, excuse me. Excuse me. we were nearly at the peak of what you can go to start to come out of a bear market even. I mean, if you go too much higher, I mean, you can't, if it goes back and tests the all-time high of the market, you're not going to say we're in a bear market any longer. So we're right now, we're pushing that envelope of breaking out of what we would consider to be a bear market rally, you know, and break above that trend line again, you know, and to the upside. And so I would say, you know, I think we still are in a bear market rally. So at this point, it'd be very tempting to sell the rally. Let's take a look now at crude oil, 91.43. It's down 36 cents on the day so far. I'll tell you one thing that's bothering me right now. We're going through midterm elections in the United States. Trust issue. Both sides of the political spectrum. Trusting the other side to have played fair. When trust starts to be lost, not just on one side, but on both sides, you could enter into a sticky situation. And so I'm watching the elections very carefully to see what's going to happen with this issue, to see whether the electoral process will be smooth, or, and this will give maybe an indicator for the 2024 election, what might happen then. So that's just a side note I wanted to talk about, say about, keeping my eye on, and anyway, listen guys, let's talk here about the MOVE index, which is the same thing as we're seeing in the market right now. If this trend's too much lower, we're going to break below that trend line that's been going on for the whole year. We're right on the bottom of it again, right here, at 128. So we've seen two other times it come down to the bottom, but she started to go back up again, right here at 99 and right here at 106. Now we've reached that bottom again here at 128. And you can just draw that line in your mind between here and here. And you can see that trend line, and it's right on it. Will it break below it? We'll have to wait and see. Bonds and rates, we're seeing falling yields today. The U.S. 10-year at 4.15 and the U.S. 30-year at 4.27. And we're seeing the 10-year fall 5.9 basis points, and we're seeing a fall of 3.4 basis points in the U.S. 30-year. So now let's check the U.S. dollar index at 110.04. So what I'm talking about with this U.S. elections is it's not the elections right now. It will be in 2024. Right now, some what they call midterms is if trust on both sides starts to get completely lost in the electoral process, then how do you gain that back? And it's not so much a matter, in my mind, it's not so much a matter of who did it or what's happening or what, blah, 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 blah. It's more a matter of trust. Do you feel confident? Does everybody feel confident that everything is hunky-dory? Because if confidence is lost, let's face it, it's the same thing with currencies out there. People have to, this is why the dollar has functioned all these years since 1971 till now. People have confidence in using it as a method of payment. Once that confidence is lost, then what do you got? The whole world, has come down to basically a confidence game. And this is an indicator of the racket that's really going on behind the scenes. That's why it's a confidence game, because the whole thing is a racket. Stability comes from running things on the up and up, on the level, as we call it. Everything's on the level. And so, going back to 1914, when they established the Fed, things changed. Things was not on the level any longer. Back, gold is something that keeps everybody on the level. It's hard money, what they call hard money. They moved away from that, and they started to just create money that's not really money. All it is credit. it all became a confidence game. The entire system became a confidence game, including the political scene. It's all a confidence game. And when confidence starts to be lost in the system, then you're on shaky grounds. You're on uneven territory, and it should be lost because these are a bunch of confidence men or whatever criminal act. They're rigging the system, not in favor of you, but in favor of themselves. It's going to get to a point in a not too distant future where the people just aren't going to take it anymore because they not only is confidence lost, but the people say, hey, hell no, I ain't taking this crap anymore. We're getting to that point pretty soon. And it's coming really fast, a lot faster than a lot of people out there think. So, anyway, today is Tuesday, November 8th. Thank you for listening to the show. Like and subscribe and hit that notification icon. And we'll catch you guys in the very next episode. You guys have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.